So you may not be into cockfighting, but these two companies are fighting for the top spot in the chicken category.
You son of a...
Everyone knows Chick-fil-A, but Culver's has got a reputation of its own. So let's dive in. How much money do they make? What are their startup costs? How do they even get started? And most importantly, is it a good investment and something that you should buy? If you're new here, my name is Tarek Johnson. I am the CEO and founder of Franchise Empire, where we have helped hundreds of people just like you find, vet, and launch proven money-making franchises. So let's talk some startup costs. Let's talk some numbers. The total investment, you better have your checkbook ready, ranges from $2.6 to $8.6 million. That's a lot of money. 20% of the total projected initial investment is required in cash or liquid assets, which, guys, that's nothing out of the norm, actually. Typically, most people are financing a franchise with an SBA loan, and the SBA requires you to put down 20%. So McDonald's, what I've heard, requires 50%, which is a pretty significant amount. The royalties, they have a 4% royalty and a 2.5% ad fee. They also have a cooperative advertising. If you're not familiar with how these work, what happens is you have other franchisees in your market. So let's say I'm in Florida, in the Orlando area, and let's say there's a bunch of locations around here. Everyone contributes and pools together monies to run commercials in this market, buy billboards, etc. So there is a cooperative advertising fee. They can collect up to 4% of gross sales, but it has to be approved by a majority vote of the members of the co-op advertising region. What state do you think saw the biggest surge in 2024? Like, where do you think Culver's opened the most amount of locations? Hint, hint. This one is easier than you think. Drop me a note in the comments below and I'll let you know the answer at the end of the video. So let's talk earnings. Show me the money. The average annual sales in their FDD shows $3.7 million. That's a good bit. $3.7 million. And there were 422 restaurants exceeding the average, about 46% of them. Let's just break this down for a second. Let's just mentally process through this. You're spending between $2.6 to $8.6 million to get up and open. So let's just call that the median in between that is about $5 million. Right? And the average store sales are 3.7 million. I'm not sure how people would actually make money. Typically, for a retail location that has a lease and a building associated to it, we want to see a 2-to-1 sales to investment ratio. Meaning, if it costs me $2 million or if it costs me $5 million on average, I want to see average sales at $10 million. So, but clearly they must be making money if they have 900 locations open. You know, maybe not. I mean, the food business is known to have terrible profit margins, guys. If you don't know that about the food business, you need to know. If someone hasn't told you, well, you've been told. I've been in the food business. I had no idea before I got into it. The food business has terrible profit margins. So if you're looking for a business that produces the most amount of cash flow, it's not going to be food. The good thing about food is that it is one of the more semi-absentee options, right? You hire a manager for that location. You don't need to be in there cooking the chicken. And this is why you see franchisees of QSRs, quick service restaurants, owning 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 locations because they have to. When you're potentially only doing 5 to 10% in profit margin, and then you have still the debt service on your loan to pay, you need 5, 10, 15, 20 locations to produce a meaningful amount of income. Now, the cool thing is in their FDD, they have a pretty cool grid that shows their franchise restaurants that have been open for 12 months or more, and they show the sales ranges of those restaurants. When we're looking at these numbers, we can see that the lowest performing location does $1.1 million in sales. So it's safe to say that they're screwed. If you're doing 1.1 and it costs you between $2.5 to $8.5 million to get open, that is not a good thing. We can see the average sales there, and we see that the highest performing location does about $8.7 million in sales to get open. And then we see the breakdown of each range of sales and how many restaurants are there. So pretty interesting to see 183 restaurants are doing $4.5 million and above. By the way, you may not have the $2.5 to $8 million to open a Culver's. Maybe you're thinking, I really want to open like a lower cost franchise. I don't want to put in more than $500,000. Well, congratulations, you're in the perfect place. I have a gift for you. I put together something called my 5 low-cost franchises that all make $1 million. It's a 17-page PDF, and there's a corresponding video breakdown explanation where I break down what the franchises are, what their startup costs, what they show their franchisees are making. It's actually pretty cool. So you can check out in the description and the comments below, and you can go grab that for free. That is my gift to you. So let's talk a little bit about their history. So they were founded in 1984 in Wisconsin by Craig Culver and his family. And interesting fact, their butter burger, I didn't even know that they had a burger. I've never eaten at Culver's, ladies and gentlemen. I've never eaten at Culver's, not even a single time. But the butter burger was inspired by the founder's mother's burger recipe, and it was named America's favorite fast food burger in 2018, which sounds like a load of BS. Because I've never even heard of it. I don't know how that would be. Everyone knows that Five Guys has the best burgers, and In-N-Out does not even come close. Do not even debate me in the comments. But check this out. Culver's is one of the fastest growing chains in the US. They had $1.8 billion in sales in 2019. And they give back too. In 2024, their Thank You Farmers Project successfully raised $1.5 million to support local and national agricultural organizations. And as of the making of this video, they have 922 total locations open. Guys, that's a lot of locations. That's actually more than I thought, especially since I've never actually eaten at Culver. All right, so if you guessed that Florida saw the biggest surge of locations in 2024, then you are correct. They grew from 81 locations to 104 locations. If I'm doing the math right, that's 23 locations that was opened up in Florida. I'm pretty sure that there's actually one that opened by my house, so maybe I'll go check that out. But if you like these type of videos where we break down how much money these brands are making, what their startup costs are, and just our overall feedback on these brands, then you can watch this playlist right here where we break down every single franchise that is on the Franchise 500 list, and you can get some value out of it. So make sure to like and subscribe before you go, and we will see you on the next one.